Hi, good morning, my peeps. Welcome to another video vlog from _Rupert. Some of you might be watching this video for the first time. I do get subscribers like every day. So let me reintroduce myself. My name is Rupert Palmer. The channel is _Rupert. If you're here for the first time, thank you so much. You're welcome. You know what I mean? Please come. This is home. And please do like, subscribe, share, and also comment. Thank you so much. And for my regular people, you know the thing though. Thank you so much for being here all the time. Your support is, man, I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Please do like, comment, and share, and also subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please do, please do. Well guys, today we have a good friend of mine who I want to bring to the forefront. You know, he has a great business concept, and we just want to share that today on this vlog. All right, so without much further ado, I want to just get at it, because it's hot, it's burning, it was in the oven baking. Now it's about to explode and be ready for execution. Right. First of all, I want to introduce yourself. Let my people know your name and a little bit about you. Right. To add some context to what we're talking about today.
Okay, great. Okay, so first of all, my name is Wesley Hall.
All right, Wesley.
I am a proud Jamaican. Right. So, but professionally though, I'm a teacher.
Wow,
I'm a teacher.
Nice.
Teacher by destiny.
Okay.
Not and we'll get into that as we go along. But I've been a teacher for over 20 years.
Wow. So you got a span of great service length in terms of 20 years. Wow,
yes.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah. And through the education process, I have, I've been able to travel a bit, gain a lot great experience. A bit, okay. And throughout, it allowed me to move from Jamaica to Japan.
Wow,
and then to the USA, where I'm currently right now.
Okay, Wesley, you mentioned two things, and I want to delve into that a little bit, right?
Okay.
First of all, you say you're a proud Jamaican.
Yes.
Where in Jamaica you're from?
Okay. All right. A lot of people will know this place, Montego Bay.
Oh man, everybody go Montego Bay. Everybody go Montego Bay. Because if you should be the average person on the street in America, have you been to Jamaica? Oh yes, I've been to Jamaica. Where have you been? Montego Bay or Ocho Rios? Yes. Then you find some Kingston, but most likely Montego Bay as a tourist. All right. Montego Bay, what school you went to?
Okay, I went to the school they call Barracks Road.
I know Barracks Road.
Girls' school.
I know Barracks Road Primary. Let me ask you this question just to bring some context, because you have elevated through life and become a very, very prominent and professional as well. How was your early days? Were you a bad boy? Were you called school? You called school? And what experiences you have gone through? Let us know about it.
Okay. I guess I was a typical boy growing up. I think I spent a few of my years in St. James up to grade 7, where I went to Cornwall College.
Wow.
But it was typical. I wouldn't say a role model per se.
So you got into some trouble, right?
I got into a little trouble.
I got into a little Nothing
trouble.
to expel you nor to
No.
Was
No, but I think one of the things that allowed me to stand out during that time really was that I passed my common entrance when I was in grade 5.
Wow.
And not a lot of persons pass their common entrance moving from primary school.
Exemplary student, right? Exemplary student, right? And guys, he never copy. He does his thing. All right. So I'm being there, and you are proud to say. You don't have to say, but I feel more or less that your parents, you were grown in a godly home and the principles.
Yes.
What was
Yes.
introduced to
yes.
you upheld it.
Yeah, I grew up in a godly home. More so, our church. We attended two churches really, because my parents were highly involved in church.
What church?
Okay, so we, God rest his soul, we were at River Oaks Assemblies of God. That's in Westmoreland. Pastor Reverend Watson, God rest his soul, a very good man, from Lambs River. And then so my mother being active as she was in church, she really contributed a lot to that fellowship there. And then because we were also in Montego Bay, we attended Faith Temple Assemblies of God.
Oh, I think you was going to say Seventh-day Adventist, because most people from Montego Bay, they go to Seventh-day Adventist church. All right, continue.
But Faith Temple Assemblies of God is a very prominent church.
Yes, I remember about it.
And we have a lot of stalwarts that are there. Currently the pastor is the custos of St. James.
St. James,
right?
Okay.
So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now you mentioned Jamaica. Now, guys, we have touch on Jamaica. He mentioned that he traveled extensively. He brought up Japan.
Yeah.
What brought you to Japan?
But before I go there, those who know me know that probably isn't the ending of my time in Jamaica, because before we go to Japan, because after living in we moved to Spanish Town, where a lot of persons would originally position me when they're seeing this video in Spanish Town. So that is where I really spent most of my years before my teenage adult years, and then my college years in cool Mandeville.
They're Mandeville for real.
yeah. And that is how, then I was exposed to the Adventists.
Yeah,
but a lot of friends there.
So you went the college in Mandeville Adventist colleges. And NCU, right?
Yeah, NCU.
Yes.
And that really dovetails me into going to Japan, because it was while there that I really got a world perspective. Mandeville, Northern Caribbean University, which was like a cultural epicenter.
Absolutely.
I got to meet a lot of international students, persons from the African continent, persons from the South American continent, American continent. Sorry, the North American continent,
right.
And and a lot of other persons within the Caribbean. So it sort of gave me a new perspective in terms of what is out there, and it was really there that
broaden your horizon.
Broaden my horizon.
Yes.
And I under Dwight Dunn, one of my lecturers, he taught me advertising and marketing.
Wow.
And then that a part of the concept draw me to Japan, because we covered a few companies there, because business really was my first love.
Okay.
And then that really draw my attention to Japan and what could be. And for me then, it was just a thought, I wonder if I could go to Japan, because their style of doing things was a little bit different.
Different, right? Culture, everything.
Yes, but then it was just a dream.
And then you're kind of, based on your knowledge, based on everything, you integrated quite easily into the culture in Japan, right?
No.
It wasn't easy. Was it the language, the food? What was it?
The food was it was everything. Because Jamaica, and the only thing similar about Jamaica and Japan is that they both begin with J.
Okay, J. Got it.
But they are literally worlds apart and cultures apart. And I remember when I got the briefings and so forth. But when I got to Japan in spring, I was thinking that probably I need, being a tropical guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and you hear spring, which is a lot of flowers. I expected just a t-shirt as I would normally do, But for me, the largest culture shock was seeing blocks of ice on the road.
On the road, wow.
In spring. And then getting about nearly a foot of snow. Because I'm now in the mountains, far away from what warmth was like.
Right.
And this is my first time really, experiencing. I've traveled before, but now planning to live, in a what do you say now? Not a tropical, but what's the word
in terms of
a four season region, environment. So, that part was, a little bit tight.
Right. So those are some of your challenges, right?
Yes.
As it pertains to the language, how you speak Japanese? How you?
In Japan, we say squishy. Just a little.
A little bit.
Oh. Yeah, but
okay.
I only know a few words, but
to get you by, right?
Yes, but over the years, I ended up with my family spending close to 5 years there, and we were able to, embrace the language, find ways to adapt, and meet some beautiful people and engage them. My daughter knows more Japanese than me. She speaks very well.
Okay, great. Actually, my niece was in Japan. She was a teacher there as well for a number of years. Nikki.
Okay.
Welch.
Okay.
It probably depends on because teachers in different areas, right? One particular area.
Japan is huge.
Different all over the country.
Yeah.
All right, good. So you've been to Japan, right? And you spent, you remember quite a number of years you spent in Japan, right? You found 5 years?
Close to 5 years.
Good. And then after Japan, you came back to Jamaica or
no.
Or where you went from there?
Well, I am on a journey.
On a journey, all right, okay.
I'm on a journey.
Okay.
So, before I even talk about, because we're currently in the US, and it was, I should say, I remember this, you should remember a profile.
Yes, Ian Bowen, right?
Ian Bowen. So, I remember seeing a teacher being interviewed by Ian Bowen, and one of the things he remarked to me, and this was before I even knew that I was going to become a teacher, that he said, teaching is one of those professions that can take you around the world and can expose you to, beautiful things and, allow you to travel, and you don't necessarily have to pay.
Oh, so that kind of got you, right?
So it was a little bit after because I was already teaching for about 15 years when I was in Jamaica. No, 10 years, for about 10 years. And, and it came, and the opportunity came, the thought came, and then we started, okay, let's see how we can use this, my teaching background and so forth. So then, I really, at that point, started to try to map out based on, I like to plan.
Right.
And with my family to say, okay, how are we going to live our lives? Because, I was suffering from burnout then, because Jamaica can be a very tough place in terms of the classroom, and in terms of the work environment. So it was then that I really mapped out, the trajectory, and that. So I said, okay, I'll be in Japan for 10 years, and then, hopefully we move to the US then. And, so currently I'm in the US, currently preparing and planning, the next step of my teaching journey.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So you moved from Japan, you're on a journey.
Yes. And you're
currently now in the United States of America. How do you find it comparing to Japan, Jamaica? How do you find it? Easier to navigate Jamaican, US,
No.
Jamaican, Japan.
No.
How do you find it?
I tell when I was speaking with a lot of my friends, especially those who are just coming in, because for me, my first year in Japan was really tough, and so I took it upon myself really to sort of introduce new teachers to the Japan landscape, and set up different support groups while there. So I always tell them, and based on what I've learned, is that the first year in a new country, you're getting to understand the country and the culture and the systems. And it's the same thing here, because every country, where you plan to settle, it takes you time to really understand what the setting that you are in. So, and the following year, the second year, is normally the time period where you are starting now from zero going to one.
Going to one, yes,
right,
yes.
right. So, yeah.
All right. Being a teacher for a number of years, the experience that you have definitely has allowed you, right, to you said your horizon been broadened.
Yes.
So all different kind of concepts, all different kind of initiatives have come at you, and you analyze them. You kind of do what we call what to eliminate, what to deal with, how to kind of traverse the whole spectrum of the education thing and your concept and different things, right?
Yes.
So you came up with a concept.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about it, how it actually happened, and then we'll go on from there.
Well, this is really born from my desire to help, because growing up, I've come from a family that is supportive of persons in their community. My grandmother, Avis Hall, God rest her soul, she was a justice of the peace.
Wow.
My parent, my mother and father, they were leaders in the church, leaders in the community as well.
As well, right.
Leaders in their school. My mother was a principal, starting from a teacher, vice principal. So we have a life of service, and so it's not just drop on my shoulders. So what I really wanted to do, and to use my platform to do, is to really assist new teachers, and to find resources through my experiences to navigate new teaching environments. Because the journey that I've embarked on really has exposed me to different resources, different individuals, different platforms that really can assist those who are looking to broaden their horizon and understand what that is there to really make something beautiful, make the journey not as difficult
as you had.
Right.
Okay.
So I really want to give that support to teachers, whether they're new or existing teachers, to really navigate the life of teaching as they move from A to B, whether it's Jamaica and wherever it's. I have met persons from Africa. I've met persons from Europe. I've met persons from Scotland who call themselves my brother.
Wow.
It really allows. I really want to continue to give that support, in a meaningful way, to others.
All right. So you came up with this concept. It's embedded within you, and you have this great plan of helping folks to traverse their area of the teaching, the platform, whatever it is. You want to be a resource to them, right? So it can make it, as you mentioned, make it easier for them to navigate the whole spectrum of that. So this concept is it off the ground? Is it still in the embryonic stage? Where is it?
We're in the we're both in the development. We're in the development stage, right?
Okay.
So I really want to offer consulting, services to teachers. I also do tutoring, which as well, to based on ESL tutoring, as well, business education tutoring, which is also my passion. We teachers are resourceful.
Okay.
Teachers know that. Whatever our hands find to do, we do it.
We do it.
Yes, and we do it with all our might.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No
So
respect to teachers, man.
yeah. So I really want to allow teachers the opportunity to consult with me, in terms of how do I find reputable companies that can assist in moving from their A to their B, and then from their B to their C, because you're really navigating this world. You as a teacher, there are always challenges and there are always opportunities as well. So I want to give that support.
So you mentioned challenges helping teachers. Let's say I'm a teacher, right? But I need to further my profession, in terms of I need funding.
Okay.
Would we be able to do consultation on that as well? How can you access funds?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
That's one, because that's one of the main thing, really. Teachers, want to do stuff, and sometimes funding is very, very tough. Persons don't really know how to go about it. So this is one of the areas that you've been tackling in terms of accessing funding for teachers, and make sure that they find it much easier to complete or to realize their dreams. Okay, so you have all that, and any other thing as funding, and what again you consult on?
Yeah, it's also in terms of finding
locations.
Really understanding the landscape, which really takes into consideration the companies, the job opportunities, what the culture is like. We have heard there great stories. They're great.
I've heard some of those stories.
Great stories
and
great stories.
I've heard some of those stories as well.
There's a story when in Japan. There's a story of a teacher that came there, and she spent less than a week in the culture after spending thousands of dollars to come to Japan, settling housing, securing a car, and starting the role. And then she said, I cannot take it. And then she was back on a plane to her home country.
Wow.
So dealing with culture shock, dealing with the expectations, managing all of that, can be a challenge for some persons, and you also, really, it's only when you can be informed, when you can have, a support system, which I always try to create wherever I am.
Yeah, so just by you mentioning that aspect of it, so you want also to prepare them mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually.
Yes.
You want to encompass the entire, we call it you call it body, soul, mind, and spirit.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to
Trinity of the mind.
Of the mind. You want to do that, and that's great, because some persons, based on where they're coming from, certain cultures, certain things they cannot take it, and they get frustrated and give up. So there's a good concept, good business concept you're trying to do here, man. Because teachers, I hope are you only focused on teachers, right?
Yeah.
For teachers.
Yeah, I'm focused on teachers, but it's open to those who are, if you just want to talk about your new experience.
Absolutely.
And moving from A to B, because it goes through to whatever area you are, and you want to transplant yourself.
Yes.
You want to transplant yourself. It's always great to understand the landscape and what is the resources that are there, because you did mention, for us and the Caribbean, church is very important to us.
Absolutely.
And I must say, the church being able to move from Jamaica to Japan and find Jamaican brothers and sisters to fellowship with was an extraordinary feat for us. And if you're also a Christian, you understand the walk of faith and being able to find. I found brothers and sisters from Spanish Town.
Wow.
And we were able to fellowship and to talk in Japan. I also own a business, and I was able to find people that I interacted in business in Jamaica, in Japan.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So creating networks, creating networks, is really very important. It's very important.
And you have a great concept, and I'm sure that people will be benefiting greatly, because going into an environment that you have no knowledge of, but you can point them out and clearly say, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to accept, this and all that. It makes life much easier to navigate the sphere, right? So, great concept, brother, great concept. So if you're out there and you want to be a teacher, or you're a teacher and you want to just broaden your horizon into go out there and see what's out there, you have the man to contact, right, with the knowledge and help to guide you in this on this journey. How can anyone with that aspiration, how can they reach you?
Okay, all right. So for now, you can reach me on LinkedIn. I'm currently on LinkedIn. I'm currently on different social medias. But what I ask you to do is to put those links in the top, in the bottom, where you get it. But on LinkedIn, I am Wesley Anthony Hall. There are a lot of Wesley Halls, and they don't look like me. So on LinkedIn, it's Wesley Anthony Hall, right? Okay. That's my professional platform, and you're gonna see a lot of information, but don't worry about the long a lot of information that you see there. But just send me a note that you're interested in consulting with me. And I have a few free slots available for consulting, and we'll talk.
So let's say I don't have LinkedIn. Is there email address, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook?
Okay. My email address is going to be Hall W.
And I put it in the description as well,
Yes.
So that's for
Hall W. Sorry, I'll double check on that. I'll double check. I live in stage fright.
Instagram.
Yes. I'm on Instagram. Yes, I'm on Instagram. So who's not on Instagram? But I'll put those links. So we don't have any errors or any mistakes.
All right, definitely I'll put it in the description, guys. You can reach out to my friend here. And in terms of we know nothing comes free. That is this we discuss privately. What is their cost and all that. That will be discussed privately. Right.
But for this time, for this period, I'm just trying as I develop
free consultation.
Just give provide some free consultation for a limited time period.
See, so the cost is free for now.
For a limited time.
Come on, get in it, guys. Get in it, guys.
Yes.
So you'll be providing free consultation for a time.
Yes.
So you've got to make sure that you get into the groove, get into the line, get into that area, get that consultation. Because it's very important. Who does things for free these days except Wes? My God, guys, please contact Wes, which I'll put that information in the description column, and you just watch this video, tell everybody about it. It's a lifetime opportunity. It's something you cannot afford to miss out on. Free information, free consultation, and definitely you were gonna say something. Go ahead.
No, for now, everything.
I will come back. No, that is it.
But my real passion really is to help my community,
give back and
to give back,
and
I really do not want those who are watching and those who really have the passion, to really create a change, to fall into all the traps that are out there, because there's some. You want to have a great experience, not a grave experience. And we invest, as Caribbean folks, and persons, trying to find new opportunities, invest a lot in our opportunities, and you want to use information to make sure that your transition is smoother than what it is.
Seamless. Yes. All right, great. So guys, you're watching this video. You may know someone who need these services. Please contact that person. Share this video. Share this information, because these things don't come by like that, And also the fact that it's gonna be free for now will determine when that now expires. But for now, guys, rush in and make full use of this opportunity. I want to just go back to where we started, because sometimes to end, we got to go back to end the thing, yeah?
Okay.
You mentioned you taught in Spanish Town, your mom was the principal. Anybody in Spanish Town you want to big up? just call some, big up some people in Spanish Town, now wherever, Montego Bay. Just big up some people.
All right, okay. First of all, my church family, Assemblies of God family, big up to you guys. And that covers the length and breadth of Jamaica from Negril straight back to Portland. Also want to big up my peeps from Spanish Town, Eltham Park Primary, where I spent near 15 years. I did a stint at St. Jago, my alma mater as well. I both went to St. Jago and taught at St. Jago, which not a lot of persons get the opportunity and the privilege to do. So I want to big up those guys. It's a big family. We are always number one, regardless of what they want to say. One of the best high schools. My church family at Angels Assemblies of God. Much love in Monticello. I love the people there. And they're always in my heart.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, there you have it. A prominent Jamaican who wants to give back based on his experience and knowledge in the teaching profession. He has acquired so much. He wants to give back and help those of you out there who want to venture into extend your borders. And a lot of people have challenges, and regrettably so, but he wants to make it life easier for you. So guys, want to reach out to him, guys. The link, contact information will be in the description of this video, and definitely make good use of this opportunity. Don't lose this opportunity. Make good use of it, guys, and do it in time, within the time frame that he will allow you to do while it is free for now. Okay, so Wes, I just want to thank you so much, sir, for being the person that you are, with that heart of love, filled with love, and for your people.
Yeah.
And you don't want persons to experience the type of challenges you had. You want to make life easier for those people.
Yes.
Not many people fall into that category. And thank God you're one of them, based on how you were grown, your Christian principles, and your parents, and just who you are. You embody that person, and thank God for that. So I want to say thank you so much, sir, for your service to our nation, service to the nation in Japan and America. You're molding lives. You're molding lives in your profession.
Yes.
And thank God for that. So guys, it is my pleasure. I'm so happy that I have this opportunity of meeting this famous Jamaican. He's famous in his own right. He may not say, but guys, based on his experience and his knowledge, he is a man of fame. And you'll see from now, guys, just have to link up with him, and then certainly fame and faith, right? No failure, fame, faith, no failure. And that's who it is. Thank you so much, sir. And big up to your family, which has been there for you, the moral support, and you're the backbone of your entire journey. I can say that based on, I saw your children, your wife, and everybody is just, I see a lot of love, man, unique family, and thank God for that. So I want to thank you so much. And guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. You have come across this video just, by browsing or whatever form you have come across it. Please do watch this video. Don't skip the ads. Too much information to skip the ads, right? Like it and subscribe if you have not done so. Yeah. And also share it.
Yeah,
and
also
share it.
Share it for
right?
the teacher.
Share it, right? All right. So any last word you want to say before we close up on this interview, Wes?
Well, I remember this quote: "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step," and in that step, we also have to make sure what we are doing. And one of my favorite scriptures is, and what I pray, Lord, be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And the path part means that we are always going somewhere. And when you're going somewhere, allow God to be your direction, allow Him to be your compass. And in doing that, give me a call when you want, after you have finished praying and you want help to navigate that journey, and then let's talk.
Amen. We could have not closed out in a better format, guys. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. May the peace of God, the grace of God, as I always say in all my videos, in all their ways, acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Rupert.